anti-gravity bench, the floating bench, the Tensegrity structure. They said it couldn't be done. Let me tell you, I've never made a bench before, but I'm not going to let ignorance or inexperience slow me down. I did some research and got to it, so this better work out, otherwise the public humiliation will be too much to bear. This is a nice and straight Tensegrity structure. I'll be using the same principles that is keeping this prototype together to make the bench, but I'll talk more about the mechanics later. So the idea is to take that concept and turn it into a practical piece of furniture. This is the design I eventually landed on. For this recipe, you'll need some string, some screws, glue, 8 2x2s, power tools, and a willing test dummy. A couple of things first, this design looks cool, but it puts force in all the wrong places. The string in the middle is what bears the weight, and we have that attached to a giant lever, which is only attached with a basic joint. If it breaks, then I could be stuck with some hard wood up my butt. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm just going to proceed anyway. So from the side view, I want each piece to look consistent in width, a balanced aesthetic. That means creating the seat structure with no supports underneath. It actually came together better than I was expecting and feels pretty strong. With the seat completed, onto the base frame. Okay, so we've got the basic skeleton coming together now. Before continuing, I decided to give it a quick test for strength. After careful deliberation, I decided to create some reinforcements. I think if I just add a piece here, then we should be okay. I'm just assuming that the string will be strong enough to hold my weight. I did a quick test to check and... Finally assembled, I lifted the bench to see if it would hold. The concept worked. Riding those positive emotions, I decided to test it immediately. Yeah, it didn't hold. Turns out that string wasn't strong enough to hold me. So after doing some complex equations, I figured out a way of increasing the strength threefold. Fully assembled again, and test number 2. This time the knot slipped through, so I worked on making sure that would not happen again. Test number 3. working. It was actually holding my weight, kind of. I just needed to create some more tension in the other strings for stability, trim off the excess, and we're pretty much there. I gave it another little test just to make sure everything was still dandy. At this point, I was feeling defeated, staring into the endless abyss of failure. After making some illegal modifications to the design, it was finally ready. Before the big reveal, we obviously need to test it for safety before I can sell this to the millions. I'm not going to say it's the most practical bench out there, but it does have a certain amount of charm. I also noticed that the way the forces are running through the structure, it warps all of the wood out of shape. A perfect score. And there you have it, the chocolate teapot of benches. It might be a little bit stressful to sit on, but I kind of like it. It plays hard to get. If you lay there long enough, you start to feel the effects of gravity drifting away, losing track of your senses and any sense of time.